It's the best youth broadcasting workshop and camp of its kind. The YTN is now accepting reservations for upcoming workshops and summer broadcasting camps. Don't wait. Reserve your spot now. Email us your contact information to info@theytn.org. Receive real broadcast experience that includes play-by-play, analyst, sideline reporter, studio host, and more.
The YTN broadcast camp was really fun. It was probably one of the funniest camps I've done all summer.
The YTN broadcast camp. Reserve your spot now. We welcome you to Moiso Pavilion on the campus of Rancho Santa Margarita, California, as the La Quinta Blackhawks took on the Santa Margarita Eagles in wrestling. A great lineup of wrestling on this evening, and these two fine schools underneath the lights as we approach the Christmas Day holiday. So it's a busy time of the year for wrestling, and things would get underway rather quickly. Referee Cameron Azizi blows his whistle for the 132-pounders. Hector Cabrera representing the Blackhawks, and Cameron Brown for the Eagles. Cameron did a good job on his feet to start this match, but it would be Hector Cabrera with the early three-point takedown. A sign of a good wrestler is patience, as you see Cabrera with the three-point lead over Brown. But Cameron Brown does a nice job of getting out here. Watch his head pop out, and then he'll get a reversal. That would make it 3-2. A little bit later on, Brown will spin the circle. He'll lay out, and Cameron Azizi, the referee, will come into the picture. As you'll see, Cabrera's back is exposed to the mat, and it was just a matter of time before Brown, racking up near fall points, would eventually get the fall. And there it is. So Cameron Brown with back-to-back wins on consecutive nights for the Eagles. Moving along at 138 pounds, representing La Quinta is Edgar Reyes. And for the Eagles, Wyatt Chandler. Wyatt would make quick work of this match. He gets a three-point takedown, and then he immediately goes in and turns his wrestler his back to the mat. The plan coming in for Wyatt definitely was working out early in this one. His opponent bridging on his neck. Chandler up 6-0 at this point. Referee Cameron Azizi, he calls the pin. And Wyatt Chandler enjoying the moment. So Eagles with back-to-back pins to start off this match. At 144 pounds, we had Miguel De La Heron taking on Adrian Haddis. And Adrian with a nice sprawl, and then he will wrap around and he will get the three-point takedown. The three-point takedown, the points awarded for that really has changed the sport of high school wrestling. Here, De La Heron, he will get the escape. That will make it 3-1. Coach Merrill looking on, giving Adrian Haddis instructions. Haddis, he keeps control of his wrestler on the roll. De La Heron tries to switch out. He reaches over. That could have been big trouble there. Haddis has his opponent pretty locked up here as he walks around his head a little bit later on, sprawls out totally, getting leverage with his toes. And Cameron Azizi, the referee, is right there to see if both shoulders are exposed to the mat, and they are. And Adrian Haddis with the win via the pin. At 150 pounds, we had Preston Meeks representing the Blackhawks taking on Hunter Artem. And Artem does a great job on the takedown. As you'll see in just a moment, I want you to focus on his lower part of his body, his legs, as he will sweep out the foot right there of Meeks, and he gets the takedown. Easily controlling him with his upper body strength, already racking up some near fall points. Meeks is not gonna like this as Hunter grabs his head and wraps his leg along with it, turns Meeks back to the mat, and he'll get a little bit more leverage and then do it again, wraps that left leg over, and then here, this one's a tough one. A lot of upper body strength by both wrestlers. I don't know how Meeks got out of that one. His neck is like rubber. Here, Hunter's not gonna let him go, stays in control, and then exposes his back, and that was a quick pin, and Hunter Artem gets the win. The athletic and wrestling skills was on full display at 157 pounds as Josiah Tessendorf took on Hunter Steele. Josiah could very well be La Quinta's best wrestler, and you see a very smooth takedown. Chain wrestling is what this young man is all about. He ties up, shucks his opponent, and gets a 3-point takedown. We move to period 3, and after a standout performance by Hunter Steele against one of the best wrestlers on La Quinta's team, finally Josiah will wrap it up with a pin. So Josiah Tesador with the win for La Quinta, a very good wrestler with a great future. At 165 pounds, Michael Jimenez took on Shane Linehan. And Shane, again, as we have already seen this year, a very strong and quick wrestler. He wraps up the single leg, goes in for the neck. That doesn't happen, but he gets 3 points. Again, moving very quickly, working on the arm, trying to break down his opponent. He does, and then he's going to bring in that chicken wing and run it. And right here, that's going to be a tough one to get out of, as Shane, again, a lot of upper body strength, but again, pressing down with his hips, trying to get the back squarely on the mat. And Cameron Azizi, yes, calls the pin, and Shane says, yep, I've done that before. So a great win by Shane Linehan. Taking this to 215 pounds, Chris Lopez taking on Kevin Brown. Chris Lopez, another fine wrestler for La Quinta. From the stand-up position, Brown tries to get out of it, but Lopez with a good takedown. Tries to bring in a crossface here with the deep half Nelson. Lopez looking to pin Brown, but he racked up some additional near fall points. And then here, this one's a tough one to get out of. Trying to hold on, Brown is. He goes to his belly, which was smart. And then Lopez, once again, with a lot of leverage, will come away with a lot of points, and that will wrap up a major decision. But Brown did a good job of staying off his back. But in the end, La Quinta would win this one 47-36. There were a lot of forfeits. Next up at home in January for the Santa Margarita Eagles is Jay Serra. I certainly hope you enjoy watching wrestling right here on aimsports.tv. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a safe and healthy and happy New Year. God bless, and we'll see you soon.